what's going on, all my gamers, all my VTuber gamers? Chat, Mountain Dew, the guy from Vshojo, just released a, say it with me now, Google Docky. God, am I gonna read through it all? Probably not. Chat, let me be completely transparent with you guys. I don't care. I don't care what he has to say. I don't, like, if he's trying to get a way out or if he's trying to make excuses, I don't care. I can't imagine he's actually going to own up to anything that he's did or he said. So that's why I'm just like, who cares, right? But, you know, I'm going to try to, let's read it out and see what he has to say, right? I really don't want to, whatever. All right. Hey, all, before we get started, I wanted to take this chance to thank all of my friends, former talent, and former staff. Notice how former talent is not under his friends. I imagine nobody wants to be friends with you. I wouldn't want to be friends with you. I feel like you touch people inappropriately. I think that's what I heard. He's a creep. God, I don't want to read this. Whatever, fine. And other streamers industry that I've been in communication with who know myself and my role within the company. That's not what that we don't care about all that. You have all been wonderful through this through this tough time. I also want to thank many people within the company who have been supportive through this. If anyone's been supportive through this time, I hope no one's been supportive through this time. They would be weird if they did. I have spent the following month gathering countless documents and what I have access to in order to clear concise records of my involvement with the company and through the and provided a small fraction below. Okay, transparency and misrepresentation. There was once a time when I was extremely proud of what I did, even like the being creepy part. That part too, or is that not part of it? I just want to be sure. This is why I'm asking. Okay, whatever. I was extremely proud of the work that I helped initially build. There was a lot of hard work and planning involved, and I took a lot of pride in my role in launching a new company, but I now simply feel misled, disappointed, and betrayed for those involved. I'm not going to get through this shit. I'm not going to lie. I might cut it off early. There was a lot of hard work planning involved, and I took a lot of pride, blah, 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 but I now simply feel misled, blah, 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 blah. The fact that this had happened at all is troubling to say, and at least I feel deeply to those who are affected by this. If anyone affected needs testimony, evidence, or other material evidence against Vshojo, I am more than willing to do what I can to assist. I may have documentation and records relevant to cases, and I am happy to see what I have. I feel like he's trying to cover his ass. I have also considered taking my own shareholder action against the company, which I won't rule out at this time. I also have to consider actions against those who have engaged in defamation against my character, although I am hopeful that we can resolve those matters privately and amicably. That being said, I was never made aware that the talent funds were intermingled with the company's operating expenses. That's cool. What about the mistreatment of talents? And you being a weirdo? Anywhere? At all? No? Nothing? Not even I might have done this. All right, whatever. Whatever, bro. Any budget that was used for marketing was a direct result of asking for that amount and either being you know what's really funny? I actually recorded that twice and I got it wrong both times. And either being approved or denied. I had extremely limited financial access only for a small marketing approvals, never brought up blah 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 blah. I've never had access to bank accounts. Is this just all him talking about? I think this is all just him trying to cover his ass for the thing, for the whole. Here, let's just keep reading a little bit further. I've never had access to bank accounts. My role in authority. There's a misconception of my role at the company. There's people that stated that I was the CEO or COO, which is false. The two titles of the company I was assigned for was CTO and CMO. That's changed due to the company. Okay. And then this is just the official state of California. Vshojo Inc. Formed in Delaware. Shout out to Delaware. I initially in chat. I hope. I apologize if you guys actually wanted me to read this. Like seriously, I can't, man. I just don't care what he has to say. Shout out to Justin Ignacio. What is this? For purposes of the golden parachute provisions, estimated agreement on payments. What is this? Estimated total payments $2 million. Purchase threshold. This is all like a whole bunch of legal stuff, I'm assuming. I don't think. I've also attached an entire copy of the board of consent. Okay. From the start, I felt as if I was only unfairly sidelined in terms of the role and influence within the company. Any criticisms I had always felt as if they fell on deaf ears, and as time went on, the staff expanded, and I felt more and more sidelined within the company. Why did that not stop you from being weird towards the talent? My role in the company more or less began to feel like an employee that just did marketing and a few other tasks when needed, as opposed to someone who assisted in getting everything off the ground. Oh, really? Oh, I feel for you, brother. What is wrong with you? I feel as though there is not a lot of honesty and transparency about the certain happenings within the company. I believe that some things I was told were not the truth. Things such as information about talent's behaviors and the reasons the talent departure was and the reasons for talent departure was information that was presented to me by the founders. This directly influenced my beliefs and feeling. Okay, wait, this is actually something I wanted to know about. This directly influenced my beliefs and feelings about the talent, and I now believe, based on new findings, that the information presented to me was untrue. Okay. There were many projects and pivots that I learned about only after they were in motion and were approved by the board. Things such as a pivot to a social media style website service at one point and full company merger both. Okay, was that it? Was that all you had to say? In the final years of the company, did not directly speak with the CEO of the company. I think that was it. Huh. That's it? Okay. He didn't even... Okay, let's just hear his closing statement. Once again, I would like to emphasize that my role in the company was not as broad as some have suggested. I was never given access to finances, nor was I ever part of the board-level decisions. My responsibility was limited to technology marketing under the board. I was made aware that the company needed investments, but not the talent funds and operations. I'm so grateful for the large amount of support of friends and talent, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, chat. I don't want to. I was told to check in at Anime Expo, in which I did, was redirected to staff, and was redirected to a new staff member that was allegedly hired after my release. I sent in a typical fashion. Someone was told to be put between myself and the CEO for communication. Would not clearly have potential going on. Okay, so. Gonna be some negative stuff. I can't say. I don't know, chat. I just don't want to read it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't want to hear what any of these people have to say. Any of the like upper management leader positions of Vshojo. I just don't want to. You know what? Here, I'll tell you what. We'll go and look at the reception of what's going on with this. You know what's really funny is I was going, or if you go to look at it right now, it's actually locked. You can't look at the replies. The replies on this Google Docky was actually locked. Okay, cool. And it's community noted. Mountain Dew has actually harassed and defamed Vshojo talents during his time. He does not address this in the document. I should have just read that. That would have just saved me so much time, because I don't really care what he has to say when it comes to what do you call it, with the stuff involved in the is the word embezzlement of the funds of the alleged embezzlement with the funds of, you know, the IDF donation, stuff like that. I don't really care about all that. You know, that's going to be taken care of in court. What that has to do with us, that has really nothing to do with us. I believe in Mousy. She's just going to be the one to take care of that. You know, that's totally fine. And we have Muujin over here, actually. He said, cool story, bro. Funny that you decided to lock the replies. Now, how about you tell us why you consistently shit-talked your own talent behind their backs, pitted them against each other, or had many people in the industry hint that you're a sex pest? That was never addressed, by the way. Good. Glad. Let's talk. Lock replies. Oh, my God, bro. Everyone is just shitting on them, bro. And I'm glad. I'm so glad. I don't know what that says. Any stream later on, plus this, plus... any stream later on. Oh, this is Rima. Oh. I was like, wait, what? What does this have to say? Shout out to Rima. I forget if you got Rima, you know, she'd just be doing this stuff. This motherfucker locked the replies. Oh my gosh. Not gonna address that. Okay, so basically everyone has the same idea that I have. He just never addressed the actual problem that we all wanted to hear about, which was him being such a weirdo towards his talents and being a punk motherfucker, basically. Anyways, since he's not going to address it, it doesn't really matter. All right. I'm sorry I took you guys through this all just to have none of this be addressed. I mean, it's not like I got to apologize. I'm just reporting on this stuff. He's the one who has to, you know, do all this. But chat, let me know how you guys feel in the comment section down below. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.